Hello, I am Olivia Anderson, and I did my informative speech on holistic approach to treating mental illness. So, what if I said that the line between genius and psychosis was a fine one? Research has shown that some individuals with schizophrenia has shown an increase in intellectual and creative abilities. This could be potentially due to an increase in right hemispheric brain activity as well as interhemispheric communications, which is basically just saying that they use more of the right side of their brain and that the communication between the right and the left brain is better, which is kind of cool. You don't really think about something functioning better in what we consider to be a sick mind. Um, Sorry, I'm going to be looking at the screen because I do not have this fully memorized. I do apologize. Um, I'm going to discuss the importance of mental health, mainly the benefits of treating mental health conditions with a more holistic approach, with an emphasis on schizophrenia, simply because I struggle with schizophrenia myself. Um, the mental health crisis here in America, we all know, is like crazy, especially after COVID. I think like everybody being in isolation definitely kind of made everybody go a little bit crazy. But you got anxiety and depression really plaguing the youth. You know what I mean? You got conditions like bipolar disorder that can be very violent, and schizophrenia can be very violent and dangerous for everybody involved. So treating these conditions are vital and important, and there's not always just one easy simple fix. Treating something like schizophrenia can be really tricky because every person who has schizophrenia is different. It's like a fingerprint. Everybody is different. They react different. They have different symptoms. It's not the same. Um, Schizophrenia is a serious mental disorder that affects the way a person thinks, feels, and behaves. Traditionally, treatment for schizophrenia has centered on medications like antipsychotics and therapy. However, adopting a more holistic approach can yield significant benefits, enhancing not only a patient's mental well-being but also their overall quality of life. And honestly, who doesn't want to improve their quality of life? um, you may not be able to fix everything when it comes to mental illness. There is so much that we don't know about the brain, but I'm kind of incorporating some of these more holistic approaches can give you a little more options, and you might have more benefits. It might work a little bit better. There are many contributing factors to the alarming rise in the mental health concerns here in the United States. For those with schizophrenia, traditional treatments, like I said before, antipsychotics and therapy are the typical approach. And for some, like I said, it's effective. But there are others, like me, that it was not as effective. The treatments, I've tried treatment after treatment, a lot of them just didn't work at all. And then there were some that kind of worked, but then would cause like serious gut problems. Like, oh my goodness. There was one medication that I took that seriously caused my hair to fall out. And then um, the last one I decided to take, which was a couple of years back, and I was just like, you know what? After that, I was done. I ended up getting tardive dyskinesia, which is twitching. Like the left and the right side of my face would twitch really bad, and then the right side of my arm and my legs, like it was terrible. So, sometimes taking those antipsychotics are not always helpful. They have nasty side effects. There's got to be another way, right? A holistic approach considers the individual as a whole, focusing on their mental, emotional, and physical and social well-being. Unlike conventional treatments, which emphasizes on symptom management, which for some that's great, that works. That's all they really need. But a more holistic method aims to addressing the underlying factors contributing to the illness in the first place. So they're trying to nip that in the bud. They're trying to get that from the roots, honey. They ain't trying to play around. For instance, incorporating nutrition therapy into the treatment plans can help improve brain function. G.S. Smith mentions that recent studies have shown that a balanced diet rich in omega 3s fatty acids found in like fish and nuts can support mental health by reducing inflammation and improving mood stability. So for somebody who's struggling with I'm sorry, I keep scratching my nose, my allergies are through the roof today. um so for somebody who's struggling with like bipolar mood stability, that's great. I personally find that taking magnesium and calcium has really helped. Also, like mushroom complexes, especially like lion's mane, has really helped with my mental clarity and my short-term memory. Which, for being only 30 years old, you would be surprised how bad my short-term memory was, and still kind of is. I mean, we're working on it. J.H. Williams mentions mental health practices like mindfulness and meditation have proven effective in helping individuals with schizophrenia manage their symptoms. These techniques promote relaxation and emotional regulation, which can mitigate the severity of a psychotic episode. For example, the practice of mindfulness based cognitive therapy has shown to reduce the frequency and the intensity of hallucinations and delusions among schizophrenic patients. So that's basically saying that it might not stop you from having a hallucination or get delusional, but it will reduce the intensity. It will allow it to be less traumatizing, because what a lot of people don't realize is while you're sitting there telling everyone, oh, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real, we're over here getting PTSD because of whatever it is that we're going through. Okay, it's real to us, you know what I'm saying? So that really does help. I meditate every day, every single day. I also stay active. I stay exercising every day and eating healthy, because I really do notice a difference. You are what you eat, and I'm telling you, if you eat better, you'll function better. Your brain will function better. And I say all that to say that a more holistic approach to mental health, especially conditions like schizophrenia, offers numerous benefits by addressing multifaceted nature of the disorder. By integrating nutrition, mindfulness, social support, and complementary therapies, individuals can experience a more improved mental outcome and a better quality of life. As mental awareness continues to grow, adopting a more holistic approach can provide a more comprehensive and effective pathway to recovery. And that's what it's all about. It's all about trying to get to that healing place for everybody, whatever it is that you might be struggling with, whether it be a physical condition or a mental condition. We're all on the road to healing. We're all on the road to getting better, and that's what we want for everybody. You know what I'm saying?